Alright, welcome back, guys. You might wonder, where are we and why are we here? Well, we are here, and specifically we're in a forest, so I need charcoal and loads of it for my steel. And I don't really want to deforest. Actually, I'm by pine, so I kind of want to check spots of resin. Anyways, I need loads of charcoal for my steel making. So, I'm just here on a mission to get that, basically. I wanna make the biggest charcoal pit ever. No, not ever. It would be fun to see the record of that, who has made the biggest charcoal pit, but that's not something I am interested in. Anyways, chopping down some of these pines. It would be a cool addition to see like actual pine cones fall down and lay on the ground, kind of like how the sticks and stones do. I think that would be a cool feature. Anyways, yeah, I'm still sick, as you can hear. But today is like, I'm feeling great today. Like my body is strong. My cough has been like very manageable. Like basically no coughing at all. Which is nice. It's probably gonna like flare up a bit when I speak, but that's also fine. You know, like a thought I got when I was sick was that I need to get my life together. I had already been like sick for 1 week when I like caught something new. So I was already behind on like schoolwork and stuff. So I think it stemmed a bit from there. Like me needing to get my life together. But also like, I don't know. Like it's been very noticeable that my upload schedule has slowed down. And that's also something that like I don't really want. I don't want it to be this way. It's just gotten to this point, and like obviously sickness has played a factor in it, but I was already like slowing down before I got sick, right? So I think it amplified it a bit more than I wanted. But like all of this stuff doesn't necessarily stem from the sickness itself. Hold on, let me go speak to this guy. Hello. Clothing merchant. Got anything to trade? Oh, I need to ask your name. It's Wallace. Okay, nothing really of interest. Anyways, I apologize for not asking for your name. Better clothes. Okay, but I think the sickness didn't really do anything more than amplify. problems that already were there. And so I think when I caught a fever, like everything kind of got amplified by that feverish, like a almost, I guess like a fever state, you know, almost like a fever dream. But it's also something that's been on my mind for a bit longer, I guess. But something about like ambition. How does one become ambitious? How does one... I don't know, how does one become ambitious? I guess. Because I think this stems from like my childhood. If I'm really thinking about it. I've never had any like childhood dreams. I've never really had any like a dream job, like anything. And I think that's like affected my ambitions. Like I've never really had anything to work towards. And do you need something to work towards to be ambitious? Or can you be ambitious without a goal? I feel like that doesn't really work. At least not in my brain. But yeah, no, I wouldn't classify myself as an ambitious man. This one has resin, so I won't cut you down. This one too. There it is. There was moss and resin on that one. Anyhow, yeah, but like, I think this lack of ambition now kind of stops me or hinders me a bit in my current day. So I need to pick up the pace when it comes to the studies. And like obviously now when I've been sick for 2 weeks and pretty much been unable to work for most of it. Like I feel great today. I haven't done work today, but I had a fever like last time yesterday. It wasn't like a very big one, but like you cannot really focus that well and you cannot really get into the headspace of it. So I've kind of, my studying has been kind of stunted. But like even before I got sick, I kind of felt like I wasn't doing everything in my power to like achieve what needs to be achieved. And I think that's partly because I'm not really ambitious to like become a teacher. I guess it's kind of like a stepping stone to where I actually want to be in life. But those goals, like where I actually want to be in life, aren't really like super specific. It's more of a place where, oh, I want to like have a job. I want to have a wife and kids, right? And a home, a house. Like that's what I'm working towards. So it hasn't really been any kind of lifelong goal to become a teacher, or anything really for that matter. Like obviously I'm becoming one now, and I will strive to be the the very best version of myself, or the very best teacher I can be. I almost said very best. That's why I laughed. Yeah, but I will try to strive to be my very best. Of course, and I love teaching, and I love kids. I think they're the best version of humanity. They're so like curious and willing to learn and always like happy. I guess not always, but yeah. So I think I'll like fit into the role of teacher quite well. But nonetheless, it's not really a... Man, these things. Sorry, that one Bowthorn derailed me so hard. I couldn't remember what I was talking about. But I guess what I was trying to say is like teaching isn't necessarily, or being a teacher isn't necessarily like a life goal of mine. So I guess it kind of find it hard to find motivation about it, or maybe it's motivation, maybe it's like maybe it's motivation, maybe it's like a lack of ambition. But there are other aspects of like life that I feel like I need to get together, or Like, I need to pull myself together. And it's funny, when I sat on like this train of thought, um, I kind of started to like come to the, I don't know, not the conclusion, but I started to feel lost. And then I kind of started thinking like, I don't know what I'm doing with life. Like, I need to do something. And then I remembered like something that I've always heard throughout my entire life. Well, not throughout, but like since like preteen, teenager. I've always heard that you're so lost when you're in your 20s. Like, you're supposed to have it all together. You're an adult. You need to have your life figured out, and it really just felt like, or I guess I've felt that I kind of had been prepared for it. Like, oh yeah, everyone says they're lost in their 20s. So I know I won't be, because I've heard it. But no. Most definitely not. And I don't know if I've expressed this in the past videos. It's been so long that I've done these videos. I might have touched on this topic before, but I don't know. I've never really felt it to this level before. Like my level of lostness. But I think it's I think I need to start planning out the things I like spend my time on. Like, properly make a schedule for it. Because I don't think I'm gonna figure it out unless I do that. Let's make onion pie. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna like be able to fix the things that I'm having issue with now unless I actually like take time and figure out, or not figure out, but to take time and plan out the things I want to do. And I think partly why I felt so incredibly lost as well was a conversation I had with my mom. She was speaking of, or we were speaking of, like, children and the things you kind of have to do, or the, I guess, some qualities that you need to, I guess, what she considers to be a good parent, and I would agree with her. But the ability to kind of plan out and, I guess, make room for things to go wrong, because kids are like unpredictable, right? So you need to plan your time so that you're able to like get everything that you need to like get done. So like your job, your chores, whatever, right? Everything that needs to get done. And then you need to spend time with your kid. You need to like take care of your kid, and take care of your kid, like, sure, it's make food for them and make sure they're healthy, but sometimes you have to take them to the doctors, to the dentist, and whatever. So there's a lot of things that you have to do. And you also have to account for some unpredictability. So I think I am going to have to like plan out my time more. I think that's the conclusion that I've come to. And it's super nice to be here and to actually say things out loud. I think when you like formulate yourself, or when you speak, you have to kind of formulate yourself better than you have to do when you're just like thinking it in your head. And I think it solidifies itself, the thought process. I think it solidifies itself more strongly when you actually like speak on it or write on it. So I would actually highly recommend you guys, if you aren't already, like journal in some capacity, if it's in writing or in speak. I also do kind of apologize. Oh, my cough is like flaring up so much as the episode progressed. So I don't know if I'm like cutting this to make it more bearable or if I'm cutting out audio. But yeah, it might be a bit weird, so apologies, but I don't want to terrorize your ear or your mental capacity with my not well-being, so to speak. Anyways, I think I'll finish these pies off camera. I've done everything I wanted today. I've started the charcoal pit, so next time if I want to, I could probably start the steel process. And yeah, I got to say the things that I wanted to say, so anyways, thank you guys for sticking with me, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.